Hey, good morning. What's his name? Grant Scott? Yeah, Grant Scott. A month later, you just stayed on the same record. I don't know if you did any research to find out if I support Dr. John Campbell more than you do. But anyways, I wanted to say that I've easily got more than 1,000 videos on just this YouTube channel. And, I could technically just do 100 well done to replace those 1,000. Although many of those thousands are me singing, which is therapeutic for me, or exercising, or being silly or funny, which is therapeutic for me as a person who is solo in the messages that I say. Messages that inevitably in the future people will eventually have no choice but to admit they still don't want to, which is very, very cruel of them to themselves and their kids and anybody else they claim to care about. The unpopular messages about the human condition that I share, which is not hopeless, but it's hopeless until you flip that switch and look at yourselves in the mirror and actually do the work to become Homo sapiens, not just claim to be. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't in some way suffer from the delusion of believing they're better than others without putting themselves to the test to see if it's true or not. That it's based on assumptions and ignorance and stigmas and domestication of their cultures, family, society, Now, if everybody has some aspects of this in judging others without evidence, without, let's say, comparing themselves to these others they judge, no motivation to make that effort at all, then if everybody's like this, because I don't think I've met anybody that isn't generalizing or stigmatizing in some way, then of course it's a species-wide issue that comes to people easily. And of course it means that the species does it about itself, right? It doesn't look at itself in the mirror, it doesn't judge itself, it doesn't compare itself even to other species when it comes to sentience or sapience. This has been my big message. There's a lot of other things I could work on, but the other things is you need to flip the switch first. So I'm a solo guy, right? There's nobody that's impressed with my work or that respects my work, which I'm, as a social creature, with that support or just enthusiasm or motivation to have one person say, man, Martin, there's nobody like you, and I agree, and what you're saying it's pretty much to the point. I mean, you could make shorter videos, Martin, and if you want, I'll help you, or I don't need help, I could do it on my own, but I want the help, and I don't want it to actually create the videos. If I wanted, I'd just get on a project and work full-time for a year to redo my videos in a beautiful setting with background and audio visuals and things like that. But the thing is when you guys haven't flipped the switch and you're still not ready to hear that stuff, or for me to be more specific with the recommendations that I would wish for the good of life on this planet, which is also good for my planet, as much as you feel defensive about what I say, then, So let me just say this part again. If somebody, man, woman, any age, would suddenly say, Martin, I've been studying your YouTube channel. Yeah, there's nobody like you. And I understand that you don't have a lot of subscribers, and you don't have a lot of views, and you've made zero money, and you'll always make zero money with your YouTube channel, and I understand you've explained that well, because you actually talk about domestication and how it's bad for our species. And you don't want to do it to others just to be heard more, even if you think your message is important. Because that's how everybody justifies their own culture breakages during their lifetimes. Martin, that's so amazing. You're actually really walking the talk like nobody else has. Now if... just 2 lanes of cars, they're nice. So if somebody said that, that'd be great. And again, just a feeling as a social creature of somebody acknowledging me for who I am, something I've tried, something we all want, Except you guys live by standards where you think you're giving this to each other, or you already received it, and I'm doing something wrong by not receiving it. But it's not human standards what you guys would claim. So by human standards, again, I'm looking for a community. I'm going to keep looking, that sees me as who I am, understands me, accepts me, and appreciates me.